Hi there, this is Maths with Angela. We're going to do 3 different methods of multiplication. So you can see up here we've got this question, work out 456 times 78. So again, you do need to know your times tables, but remember, you just really need to know key ones like 5 times and 10 times, and then add on or take away to get to the desired one you need. So like say you're doing 7 times 5, yeah, that's 35 if you learn that one. But then 7 times 6, well then you go, okay, 35, add the 7, it takes me to 42. So you can use that kind of method. But anyway, so here we have 3 methods. We have the standard column method, then we have this grid method, and then we have this method here, which I haven't quite drawn out fully, but I'll show you. It's considered Napier's bones. I've heard it called that elsewhere. So let's go to the traditional method here. So what we've got is you need to write it out in column method. So we've got 456 at the top and then 78 lined up in the tens and units and our multiplication, and then we have a line for our workings. Okay, so there's going to be lots of carries, so you need to be careful with where you're going to put them. Some people put them off to the side, some people put them inside the workings. It's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to show you this method here. So here we have, right, so I'm going to do it in green. Here we go. So we have 6 times 8, which is 48. So I'm going to write an 8 there and carry the 4. Okay. Then we're doing 8 times 5, which is 40, plus the extra 4 is 44. So I'm going to write 4 units and carry 4. So I'm going to cross that one out to remind me not to add it. Then we've got 8 times 4, which is 30, what? Yep, good, 32, plus the 4, which is up here, is 36. So my first line is 3,648, and I'll cross out that 4 there. Now we're moving on to the 7. So we're doing 7 times 6. Now, first of all, you've got to remember to put your 0 down, because it's not 7 times 6, it's 70. And when you times something by something with a 0 at the end, you can put the 0 down to hold the place and then just do your 7 times 6. So 7 times 6 is, 42. So we put down our 2, carry our 4, okay. So then we've got 7 times 5, which is 35, plus the 4 is 39. I'm going to have to move this out a bit. So that's 39. So we put down the 9, carry the 3. And then we've got our final 4 times 7, plus the 3 gives us 31. And I'm going to cross that out. So it doesn't look very neat, but hopefully you can find it. I've got 8 and 0, which you add together to give you 8. Then I've got the 4 and the 2. That's why it's good to write in big and the carries small. Then I've got the 6 and the 9, which is 15. So 15, carry the 1. And then I've got 3, add 1, add another 1, which gives us another 5. And then finally we've got the 3. So our answer is 35,568, or 35568, and you can check it on a calculator to see if you've got it right. So you can use that method. Looks a little bit of a mess. You've got to make sure you line them up, and so on. Now, a lot of people are using this method here. So what we've done with the 456 is we've separated it into, we've partitioned it into its hundreds, tens and units. So we've got 400, 50 and 6, that's the first number, and the second number 70 and 8. So what we do in here is we write down the multiplication of these numbers on the side. So this one here is 400 times the 70. So it's 4 times 7, which we know is 28, and then we have 1, 2, 3 zeros, 2 from the 400 and 1 from there, so 1, 2, 3, okay? Right, this one here is 5 times 7, which is, 35, so you write 35, And then we've got 1 0 from here and 1 0 from here. So 2 zeros. I don't know why it's coming as underlined, but anyway, carry on. Then we've got 6 times 7, which is, well, I always remember 6 6s are 36, add on another 6 gives us 42, and then we've only got 1 0 from the 70. So that's our first 3 numbers. Now, the next column we have, or next row, we've got 400 times 8. So 4 times 8 is 32, plus 2 zeros only from the 400. This one here, 5 times 8 is 40, and then an extra 0. A lot of people get lost with this one because they think, oh, I've added a 0 anyway to make 40, but it's an extra 0 for the 50. Okay, and then finally here we've got 6 times 8, which is 48. Okay, so then what you have to do is you have to add all these numbers together. So you can write them as a big column here. So I'll write it. Here we go. So we have 2, 8, 0, 0, 0. Then this one here, 3,500. Then 420, 70. Oh no, not 70. Why do we not do 70? Because that's not one. That's why I've got them underlined. I remember now. So you can see which ones I am going to add up. So it's only the ones that are in here. Then we've got 3,200, 448. Okay then. So they're the ones that we've got to add up. So here we've got 8. And then we've got 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 4, which is 6. So it's looking good so far because we know the answer here has got 6 and 8. And then we've got 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's looking good at 5 and carry the 1. Carry the 1. And then we've got 8. It's bad, 8. 8 plus 3, which is 11. 12, 13, 14, 15 again, so 5, carry the 1, and then we've got the 2 plus the 1, which is 3. So we've got 3, 5, 5, 6, 8, which is what we had in the first one, so that's good. Right, now what I want to do is I want to show you this method here, okay? So I'm just going to move this over a bit. No, I don't want to be on draw. Let's move him over a bit so I've got a bit more space to show you this one here. So this is Napier's bones. It avoids all this adding that you have to do here. You just use the diagram. So as you can see, I haven't written 450 and 6. I've just written 4, 5 and 6. And instead of writing 70 and 8, I put 7 and 8. The trick here is to split each of these boxes, our answer boxes, into triangles. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. And the triangle must come out from the top right corner down to the bottom left corner. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. So we're going from there to there, and then I'm going to go out there. Okay, so do you see top right corner to bottom left corner? And I do that for every single square or rectangle. So doing this one to here. Okay, this one to here, and then I'm doing this one to here and out the bottom, and then I'm going to start at this corner and go out and out the bottom, and then finally this one, and out the bottom. And you can see that this one moves into this one moves into this one. Okay, but be careful that you always go to the corner box, yeah, and out. Okay, now why are we doing this? We are separating our answers into tens and units. Okay, so let's do our multiplication here. So let's start with this one. So we're doing 4 times 7, which is 28. So I'm going to change colour so you can see this. So here we've got 28. So it's 2 tens and 8 units. Okay. Then we have our 5 times our 7, which is 35. So 3 tens and 5 units. Okay. Then we've got 6 times 7, which is 42. So 4 tens and 2 units. And then we've got 6 times 8, which is 48. So 4 tens and 8 units. And then 5 times 8, which is 40. 4 tens and no units. Looks like 6, meant to be a 0. Okay, and then finally 4 times 8, which is 32, so 3 and 2. Okay, now what we're going to do you see these green lines here? They bring these sort of funnels of numbers together in a row, in a diagonal row. They're the ones we're going to add up to get our final answer, okay? So this one here is on its own, that is our unit, so that answer there is 8. Then we've got 2, add 4, add this 0, it's meant to be a 0, that gives us 6, that's our tens. Then we've got our hundreds, so we've got 4, add 5, which is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, so 5, and we carry a 1 here. So then we've got 3, add 8, which is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 again, so 5, carry the 1, and then we've got 2, add 1, which gives us 3. So our answer is like in a curve like this, so it's 35,568. which is what we got in every other one. Hopefully that's helpful, giving you more methods. Decide which one you like, play around with it, obviously use a calculator to see if you got the right answer, and then you can check whether your answers are wrong, or because you're getting these numbers here wrong, or because your method is too difficult to follow. So play around with them, see what you can do. Thanks for listening. Bye.